opportunity for us to get feedback, we are into it.
And it would be nice, the other urban suburban RMAs as well. I'd rather not have a fight at the end. I'd much prefer to work out these problems beforehand.
One other thing I might add to that too is that, while the focus of the evaluation that we're looking at now is on this urban development in eastern Sarasota County, you're absolutely right that there are policies that the county has in the urban suburban resource management area that we absolutely want to turn our attention to. We're excited about opportunities to be able to coordinate with the form-based coding effort that the city has going on, and we very much want to turn our attention to infill redevelopment in the county, and obviously that'll take much more coordination going forward too.
Anything else? Mr. Parsons, Commissioner Atwell.
Yeah, and just to add to that, the city's going through all kinds of initiatives. Whether it's the CRA, what we do with the CRA extension, form-based code, our mobility study, all this has, I think, what are the relationships between all these initiatives and all that's going on in the city to the eventual whatever we do with 2050. That's what I want. And to me, there can't be enough information and how it affects the city. Of course, I know a lot of the text amendment, this is a long process, but I want to know how it affects us, how it affects infill, redevelopment, and all the things that we're doing must have some effect. 2050 will have some effect on this, especially infill. So that's all I'm asking, is that this is a constant, how does it affect the city? That's all
Commissioner Barber.
Madam Chair, that's a function of the city staff. Just like they did with BRT, we've worked together on BRT. We worked together on the MPO and the roundabouts. We don't ask for special presentations by you guys to us. We participate in the process. We've worked on all those. Your staff was intimately involved in 2050. They knew the effects on the city. Nothing's changed. None of that's changed. All we're changing, proposals, are mechanisms to make it work, because we got $4 million invested in it and it isn't working. And we owe it to the taxpayers to make it work. The plan is, from 2002 to now, it's almost 14 or 12 years old. Now, the argument is it didn't really take effect in 2004. Fine, then it's 9 years old, but it's not working, and we're tweaking it to make it work. We're not doing anything drastic, but we have meetings. Show up at the meetings. Have your planning staff come to the meetings. You have a great planning staff. Karen Murphy probably knows more about 2050 than most of us. Alan probably does also. And I know Harvey and Mike do. They're not there anymore, but you've got great planners. Bring them into the process. We welcome. And sure, we want more density. You heard me before, in the city. We've never been against that. We want you to increase your tax base.
Commissioner Robbins.
Yeah, I'm really glad to see you getting engaged. The City of Venice used those Council of Government opportunities to send a position letter to us, the same meeting. So I'm happy to see that you all are engaged, because that was the purpose of doing those meetings, and they've taken advantage of that opportunity and actually have done that with us, and actually individually met with, I know they've asked me questions on it, and they've been really engaged on this issue as a result of those meetings. So I'm pleased to see that you all are getting involved in it and getting engaged in it. I would encourage, I've talked with several different other elected officials in the county about it, and they tend to turn to me more in the southern part, but I encourage it. I think it's a great thing that we have these discussions and that it allowed them to form an opinion to be able to send to us.
I'm still, I guess we're engaged a little bit in tautology, because there is this requirement in 2050 that we have planning alliances, and certainly when we get to the issue of fiscal neutrality and the investigation of changing fiscal neutrality, that is going to have a major impact on the municipalities, because several of the municipalities are donors, tax donors to the county. I wonder why we can't start conceptually creating a planning alliance as required.
Municipalities are part of the county, by the way.
I know that. I understand that.
Yeah, they're not tax donors to the county either.
Commissioner
And it breaks
Patterson.
even.
Yeah, guys, I'm not even sure what a planning alliance is. I don't remember putting that into the 2050 plan. I have no doubt that it is there. But if y'all want to be involved, maybe talk about how that would work. And if we put it in the plan and we were negligent about making it work, it's kind of hard to have that discussion right now for me, because I'm not sure what it is that would make you feel like we had fulfilled that promise. I'm not sure that it wasn't just something put in there by the planner that we didn't pay a whole lot of attention to and nodded our heads. So it's not like this was this total vacuum. But if you all conceive of a way that you'd like to interact with us, I'm sure we'd be open to that discussion.
Absolutely.
And I think that discussion, since it is about staffs and staff times, needs to be had with the administrator and the city manager.
Remember, if we really didn't want to do it, we could actually take it out, and that would be within our power. We just haven't really focused on it.